Welcome viewers to another So Thirsty episode. As you can tell from the title, today is the Chinese Valentine's Day. And just so you know, unlike the Western world, in China, there are 2 or maybe even more Valentine's Day that are celebrated here. They probably just want more days to play the hormone game. The first is on the 20th of May. It's because of the number 520. In Chinese, the date is read backwards. Year, month, date. So 520 is the 5th month and the 20th day. So the 20th of May. Phonetically, it's pronounced similar to I love you in Chinese. But I have doubts about that. So I love you in Chinese is 我爱你, whereas 520 is 520. So you can tell why I have my doubts about that. But anyway, today's Valentine's Day is known as the TC Day, and it is based on a folk legend, which I'll talk about later. My God! But anyway, since Q and I are in Beijing, we thought we'd head out for some dinner, to embrace ourselves in the culture. And we thought that since Valentine's Day is all about red, the color of the heart, so we thought, we go for a tomato-based theme, because the color of tomato is red. Tomatoes, however you want to call it. So we'll be heading to that restaurant, and hope you enjoy this video. So we've got some slices of fish in some tomato-based soup, and we also got some popcorn chicken. So while we're eating, I thought I'll share with you the origins of this traditional folklore as to how this Valentine's Day sort of came to be. Well, a long time ago, there was this very poor cow herd, and he was raised by his step-family, and they were very mean to him, so they just wanted to get rid of him. And one day they chased him out of the family, and all they did was give him a cow as a parting gift. Little did they know that this cow was a magical cow, and it started talking to him. So the cow predicted that this cow herd would meet a fairy from heavens known as the Weaver Girl, and that they will fall in love. True to the cow's word, he did meet the fairy and they did fall in love. But somehow, against heavenly rules, they were not allowed to be in love, as in celestial beings and humans or mortals are not meant to be. So the Jade Emperor, who is the king of the heavens, he decided to take the Weaver Girl back up to heaven. And then the Queen of the Heavens sort of split the earth and heavens through the Nile River, thus preventing the cow herd from pursuing his lover. But because a group of magpies flew past and saw their story, they were incredibly touched. I don't know about the magpies in ancient China, but the magpies back in Australia were a vicious bunch of beasts. Anyway, those magpies, they formed a bridge, thus allowing the cow herd to cross the river and meet up with the Weaver Girl. So after that incident, the king and queen of the heavens were so touched by their love and their endurance that they allowed the Weaver Girl and the cow herd to be together, or essentially meet every once a year on the 7th day of the 7th lunar month, which happens to be today. At this time of the recording, it is today, but after I've done edits and posted it online, it will be tomorrow. Yesterday. And while I was busy rambling on, Q has already started attacking the food. In this tomato-based dish, there is fish. I think it's basa fish, and there's also fish cake and some slices of vegetables. In China, it's very interesting that there are a lot of dishes that are tomato-based. We have those in Singapore as well, but I realized that it's not very common back in Australia. And I do love tomatoes because it's natural MSG. When you look at this thick slice of fish, I think it's basa fish, but it's so soft and tender. Really good with the tomato sauce. It's good. Very rich. Very tomato-ish. So we also got some popcorn chicken. Just a bit of crunch and fried stuff to go with this seemingly healthy dish. It's good, but it could be better. It's a bit soggy now. The fish cake here is pretty good as well. It's bouncy and it doesn't taste of flour. It tastes like a good combination of fish and flour. So very bouncy. It's quite interesting to note that in this restaurant, the rice is free flow. I think it's essential. It's sort of essential here. Not every restaurant in China offers you free flow of rice, but when they do, it's pretty good. The tomato is so sweet and so flavorful, so juicy as well. Is it nice? That was an extremely satisfying meal. Not to mention, it's worth the money. Just so you know, the fish dish, it only costs 22 yuan, which is roughly $3.4, and the popcorn chicken, it's 9 yuan, so it only costs about 1.4 yuan, 1.4 US dollars, sorry. So very cheap, very good, worth it. So if you love tomatoes and you happen to be in Beijing, please give this restaurant a go. You won't regret it. I'm sure you'll like it like me. But for now, thanks so much for joining us, and don't forget to subscribe and stay so thirsty.